Hi everyone, it's Artist from Man Carpentry. In today's video we're going to be fitting a Wickes kitchen. It is a fat pack kitchen. So obviously as you can see there's not a lot of room, so that makes sense. In terms of first steps, mostly we need to assemble all the units, base units. So that's what I'm doing here. Well, started doing. Check your plan, check your measurements, which I will be doing in a second. So it comes with the instructions how to assemble units. So I'm not going to be filming the actual assembly too much because it's straight sort of forward. It shows you which goes where, and you start with sides, then put the bottom, then put the middle panel. And then you got the top side, the front, and lastly you're gonna put the back in, which is this with the holes on the back. So so I'll be doing that, and I will catch up with you once I've got some units up. So I hope you're gonna enjoy this video, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. So this is how you assemble. I won't be filming every single unit how I assemble. Just follow instructions. Obviously sometimes you got draw runners, so you need to take that in count. Difference will be you need to put this little part in on the back as support. In this one we don't have draw runners, but we will have in other units. So next one I will try to do is tall unit, larger units, because obviously I got space, and then small ones should be straightforward. So I will catch up with you when I've screwed all the units. Then what we'll do, we'll put marks on where all the units going to go. And we'll start setting out units. Just a quick catch-up. So when you're assembling the tall larder unit, what you need to make sure you're doing, you are finding the door height you need to match, and so you can go through the pile of your doors, or if you're not sure, or the design. So in my case it's 585 I believe. So next step for you is finding instructions for the oven. In my case it's going to be double oven, so what I need to make sure I leave this 875 space. In some cases it might be slightly different obviously depending on the model, so before you assemble make sure you do that, otherwise you will be getting possibly wrong, and then therefore you'll be losing time when you come to actually finish off the kitchen. So make sure you do that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing now. I'm just thought I'll share that with you. That will save time in the long run. So I'll keep assembling this and I will catch up with you in a moment. So I've put 3 units together, and what I have done also, I have measured from my plan of where they're gonna go. So I have loosely fitted them in the position, and I've started with the biggest unit. Well, the first one, obviously, if you remember, we did the 800, but then I've took the tall ladder unit, and on this side what I'm gonna do the same. I'll mark out where the units roughly are to make sure they are where we need them, and that everything sort of works out to what we need to have in terms of spacing. Make sure everything's there. But again, on this side, what we'll make sure that we start with the corner unit, and then we move on, you know, from there on. So from left side onwards, and here the same from left side onwards with the tall ladder unit. Make sure all what we need is there in our right positions in terms of cables and etc. And that's basically by measuring out again, you know, rough positions of the units. With when you do your ladder unit, you need to remember you need to put end panel. So I haven't fixed these. I only gonna slide them in temporary, and once I've got them all in positions, then I will take out the one next to the tall ladder unit. That's the only one I have fixed in position, and then I'll get on and fix the others in position, because the first on a tall ladder unit will be the end panel to fit, because the reason being is you have wall units and you need a panel. That panel is basically your spacing, as well as to allow for this edge to be, you know, finished rather than white, because the obviously kitchen is not white. And also you would see edge of your appliance here and door, so it's not what you want. So obviously that's why you need to put end panel here. Here it's not so crucial, and you don't really need to put between units. So yeah, so I hope you can enjoy it. I will catch up you in a bit when I do the marking out on the other side of the wall for this side, to make sure we got everything as it should, just to check. And then again I will fix permanently the corner unit here and move, you know, from left to right. I'm doing a bit at a time, because obviously the space where we're working is not the biggest, but it's not the smallest either. But that's why I would suggest you get the biggest units in first, and then yeah, then you know that you're gonna have room to work in to assemble the others. Less carrying in stuff for you. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I will catch up with you in a bit. So we have screwed all the base units and the tall ladder unit. Obviously we got two more wall units to do, but we'll do them a bit later. So I've done that. I want to get that side to the same as this is, so I will draw out and make sure that everything works out for our units here in terms of spacing. So I just want to double check. So I'll put all these on a wall, those marks as I did there. As you can see, I've done here. As you can see, marks didn't quite work out to the plan. The reason being because of plumbing. So we got a pipes there, and so we had to shove it slightly so it sort of fits. But it's okay. 5mm is not too bad. Yeah, on this side we're gonna have to do the same. We'll measure it out and then we go from there and see where we are. So once you've marked all your measurements and they are more or less where you want them to be, you can proceed basically. But what I would say here, space 600 is fairly tight for freestanding washing machine because they are 595. So if you can, give it 5 more mil and shunt everything slightly that way, slightly to the, slightly along. I will try to do it here as well. I know I've got pipes there, but I'll try because we've got freestanding fridge, which usually they're like 600 wide. Excuse me, and there's enough space for that. So I think because we got a freestanding washing machine and freestanding dishwasher here, and dishwasher is 450. So if you allow 5mm extra, same for washing machine, and so basically we'll move everything 10mm away. But again, we can start from corner unit as usual. So if it's like an L-shaped kitchen, you would start from corner unit. If you got just a straight run, and larder unit, I would start from larder unit, because obviously, again, you got all the end panels to fit on, and etc, etc, etc. Because if you're tight on space, then you might struggle to get it in, or sometimes in worst case scenario, you could forget about it, and then you come to it and you got to shunt everything further. So yeah, that's my advice. Best is to measure, put everything on wall, like I did here. So you can write down this is 600 base, that's 450. So you know what you're doing for yourself, and these represent the end panels. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch up with you in a bit.